Oh my god. I'm shocked to find out she's... So this is her...
Can we be transparent here? Like, can we be transparent? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like completely, utterly transparent and 5, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Thank you. I'm just gonna be straight up, right? Like, did my viewership decrease? Absolutely. When I first started streaming, I built my stream up in August and September and October. I was averaging like 60 to 70 viewers because I did well on Reddit in 2021. In 2021. Then I got partner in November 2021. I didn't get partner with anybody, any help. I did it all by myself. And the day I got partnered, Hassan raided me, and that changed my career. I will never deny that. Hassan has helped my career out tremendously.
Yeah. Nice guy.
So when he rated me that day, like I started averaging like 300-400 viewers, and it just kept going.
That's pretty good.
You know? And I had like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 viewers for like a good like year and a half. I was doing really good.
I'm gonna be honest, I think the reason why she was successful is that people used her as a token minority. I think that's why she got put in all those shows. They gave her the those awards and everything like that. I think they're basically using you as like a like a cartoon character in order for them to like you're basically like you got used by people in order for them to put you in a position to make themselves look good because you were a hijab. People are like, oh, okay, well, this is a person that is, verifiably, it's kind of like what they do with drag queens in a way, right? Where they use them as like mascots for like, look how much we care about gay people. And it's like, there's plenty of drag queens that aren't gay, which is like, I always thought that was weird, right? It's like, how y'all gonna talk about how drag queens are LGBT? Like, they're not LGBT necessarily. Not all of them are like that. Sometimes it's dudes that just like to dress up as chicks. Like, what the fuck? And so it's not even like, but you were basically being used as a token minority. And that's the reason why Frogan was popular. And after that, kind of after that fell off, because there was a huge virtue signal wave, like during COVID, like whenever she's talking about and following that. And during that virtue signal wave, you had a bunch of people that would bring somebody on like Frogan so they could indicate that they were, like an open-minded, like type of person. And so you really got used as a mascot for, people that were looking to make themselves look like they cared about minorities. That's the reason why I think you got so much attention back then. And I know it might sound bad to say that, and it might hurt to hear that, but I think it's the truth. It is, and I don't mean that as a bad way. Like, I actually think that it's a cynical thing that people do because you're not treating a person like a person, you're treating a person like an outfit. It's like, just because she wears that doesn't make her any more or less of a person. You should judge people on the content of their character. But I think that the problem is that after people stop judging you on your outfits, then they started judging you on the content of your character, and that's why your viewership started going down. That's the problem.
And yeah, and I didn't make my partner my first time.
Yeah.
I was doing really good. One rising star, quit my job as a researcher in April 2023.
Yeah.
And I was chilling.
Okay.
You know what else happened in 2023?
What happened?
I spoke out about Palestine way too soon.
You didn't speak out about Palestine. You didn't speak out way too soon. You called it a revolution whenever a bunch of crazy, insane terrorist psychopaths went into Israel and killed a bunch of people completely randomly. Like, these were people that were, again, they were at a festival. Let's not downplay this, right? Well, I'll show you what she said. Frogan, oh yeah, I already looked this up before, right? I remember I showed this before. And so this is what she said. Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America, but as soon as it happens in the Middle East, they're doing it wrong. What they're doing is wrong. That's correct. And so she tried to act like a bunch of random psychopath terrorist Hamas members coming over into Israel and just basically indiscriminately killing women and random people that were civilians is a revolution. So this is the reason why, like, because, you know, I spoke out against Palestine too soon. This is the reason why people don't like you. It's because you're a liar. You're a liar that misrepresents what happens. And I think that's the main problem that you have, is that you lie to people and you say things that aren't true. Just be honest. Just be honest. You want to talk about being like, as far as I know, like in the Quran, it doesn't tell you to lie, does it? Like, I'm pretty sure it tells you not to lie. So like, this is like in every religion, it tells you don't bear false witness. Don't make shit up. Why are you making shit up? Why are you saying things that aren't even true? It's just stupid. You can lie to non-believers. Well, she's lying to everybody. She's lying to herself.
Okay. I said a lot of things people didn't like way too early.
Way too early. So this is her adding in a qualifying statement to imply that what she said was correct, and the people that said that she was wrong were not looking at it from the right perspective. This is why nobody likes you.
And whenever I talked about my support for Palestine,
It's not about your support for Palestine. It's about your support for terrorism. So whenever you support terrorism and indiscriminately killing innocent people that had nothing to do with what Israel was doing, and this is coming from somebody like, I'm a free Palestine guy too. I support Palestine. Like, I think what's happening to them is horrible. But the worst thing about Palestinians is that not only are they being oppressed by, you know, Israel, but they're also being oppressed by their own people. They're being oppressed by Hamas. Hamas are the ones that are oppressing them. I guarantee you that they're making things worse over there. They are, because keep in mind that it is in Hamas's best interest to continue the oppression of the Palestinian people, because if they do that, then they get more members. Then they continue their endless war against Israel. That's the reason why. And I think that's what happens. Like, whenever people went out and protested against Hamas, Hamas killed them. Like, this is, it's insane, because like, and I don't think you need to be a political person to look at the horrible thing. Like, if you look at Gaza, right, and you see all the buildings that are destroyed, I think it's really easy for you to say that, did you know that, for example, the majority of people that are living in, I think, Gaza are under the age of 18? That's insane. That's crazy. So the idea that they somehow deserve this, the majority of them couldn't even vote. So I think that a lot of people support Palestine, but the problem is that people like Frogan try to launder their disgusting personality through the genuine struggle of the Palestinians. And I think that's the worst thing about it. And they also try to launder their disgusting personality through Islam. There's a lot of guys that are like, here's the crazy thing, is that whenever I had like that drama happen and like I got banned for like saying what I said about Palestine, a lot of the guys that were like, hey man, like, you know, do you want to talk and figure this out? And, you know, like, why don't you come and see us and, you know, we can see what's going on. They were all Muslims and Arab guys that I've known for years. So like this weird thing where it's like, oh, wow, like Islam is this bad thing. I don't see it that way at all. Like, a lot of the guys that I know like that are great. So whenever you take your religion and you use your religious expression and you use your social causes as a shield for basically for people to not attack your personality at, what you do is you have people attack those causes. So what are you fundamentally doing? You're fundamentally turning people against your religion, and you're turning people against your causes by trying to launder your disgusting personality through those things. That's what I think. Not all Muslims make jihad? Well, it's my opinion, right? I mean, I'm not saying, doesn't mean I want to live in a Muslim country, but I think there's a live and let live. And like, listen, I grew up in a place where you got to get along with everybody, okay? Like, that's what I do.
Viewership decreased significantly. On top of that, multiple hate campaigns were launched after me. I was
deserved. You deserved it.
Being harassed left and right.
You deserved it.
From multiple people.
Yeah.
I was getting death threats. I had to have security at TwitchCon because I was getting incredible death threats. All because I, you know, talked about people's support of Israel.
Should have put those people in jail.
And called them out for it.
Wait, what?
Because I, you know, talked about people's support of Israel.
People's support of Israel? Who's supporting Israel? Who's supporting Israel in a way that's problematic? I wonder who. Like what, Ethan? Me? Like what? What are you talking about?
and called them out for it, and you're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do that? I mean, for supporting Israel, you also said that you hope that veterans get PTSD.
Okay. I learned the hard way, unfortunately.
Apparently not. You're still saying this.
Yeah, I mean, I lost a lot of my viewership then too. You know,
Deserved.
I said the quiet part out loud way too early.
Yeah, the quiet part, which is wait a minute. Oh, wait a second. So the quiet part is that you support terrorists killing innocent people in Israel because Israel killed innocent people in Palestine? Like, well, how does that make any sense? Like, wouldn't both of these things be horrible and bad? Like, I don't see, like, I mean, there's no moral consistency with this at all.
I don't regret it. If I lose my career for supporting Palestine, I don't give a fuck.
It wasn't for, this is what she does. And I honestly, I really hate the fact that people like her do this, because I think that it does really hurt that cause whenever everybody's impression of the Free Palestine movement is narcissistic, entitled, toxic people like her. I think it really, I think that they've poisoned the well so bad that a lot of, I think, reasonable, good-intentioned, well-meaning people that would be supporters of the Palestinian people's struggle, which has been going on. Keep this in mind. It's been going on for decades now. This has been going on for so long. It's just that October 7th brought it to, like, the mainstream consciousness. But before that, it was still really bad. I didn't really cover it a lot or talk about it or know a lot about it then either, to be honest. But my point is that activists poison every well. Yeah. Well, I mean, what I'm saying is that this is not an activist. This is a parasite. She has parasitically attached herself to this cause and is damaging the cause by trying to launder her reputation through it. That's what she's doing right now.
If you don't watch me before you don't watch me anymore because you don't support Palestine, fuck you.
It's got nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with that.
Okay? I don't give a fuck.
Has nothing to do with that.
People want to talk about my numbers. I don't care. It's never going to be a situation where they're like, oh, she's just gonna work retail, or she's gonna work at a fast food restaurant. I have a master's degree from one of the best universities in the world for my field.
Then you should get a job in something like that, because the truth is that what you're doing right now is a big mistake, and this is honest, genuine advice. You're not making enough money in order to make ends meet. It's obviously you're not. And so if you have a good degree and you can get a job, you said you were a researcher before, the best thing that you can do for your life is to go and do that. And I think that also having a degree of credibility as a professional would also help your streaming career as well. So that would be my advice for her. I think that's what she should do. That is, like, you should actually do that. I mean, you'll make more money. You'll be taken more seriously. You'll have a more long-term career. I mean, like, who knows how long streaming is going to work at all, right? I mean, like, you could get banned randomly. You know, like, the culture could shift and people could keep harassing you and you could feel unsafe in the future. That's not going to happen at a researcher's job. And I think it'd probably be better for you to get out. I mean, let's be honest, right? I mean, there are benefits to being at a normal job, right? I mean, I've worked a normal job before, and I think that, like, it is nice to see your coworkers and to hang out with them and to talk to them, and there's like a camaraderie there that whenever you spend all day inside by yourself, I think you don't really get a chance to have. So that's my honest advice to her, is I think that you should probably do that then.
That's never going to be my reality. Okay?
Yeah.
Another thing. And then, like, on top of the initial hate campaigns that happened,
deserved.
Whenever I started talking about Palestine,
completely deserved. You started supporting terrorism.
People started dogpiling.
Yeah.
And no big streamers except Hassan said shit about it.
Because you were wrong. That's the reason why. Like, the reason why nobody supported you is because you were wrong. Has it ever occurred to you that everybody having the same consensus about you might mean something?
You know what I mean? People always want to, like, give you support behind the scenes, but nobody actively stood against the hate campaigns I was getting, like, from, like, Tectone, for example.
Yeah. Tectone called you fat. Wow, it's terrible.
They don't give a fuck. They don't care. This is why I say the streamer industry is a very fucking lonely industry.
Yeah, sure, that's true.
Yeah, the U.S. soldier shit.
Shouldn't have said that.
That too.
Shouldn't have said it. It's a mistake.
Then the ban happened.
Yep.
And then
you shouldn't have done a tier list and put Jews at the bottom. You shouldn't have done it. Like, and don't go and give me this, oh, well, no, it wasn't Jews. It was just things that Jews eat. I'm sorry, but if I put mayonnaise at the top and watermelon at the bottom, and I ranked a bunch of black people at the bottom, I'd get fucking banned. Everybody knows what you were doing.
That fucked me up, which is why I lost my health.
So dishonest. Everybody knows what you were doing.
Health insurance, since people want to fucking comment on that as well too.
It's outrageous.
You know, like whenever you lose your income for an entire month.
Yeah.
And you're paying out of pocket for health insurance because you were 27, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
When you're 27 years old, you have to pay for your own. You're not on your parents anymore, and you lose like a big chunk of your income. Or you lose your entire income for being wrongfully banned. Yeah, I had to pick and choose.
Wrongfully banned? See, this is the problem that these people have, is that they have this narcissistic obsession to be right about everything. You can never admit fault, and you can never say that what you did was wrong, and you can never look at other people's point of view because you're so attached to your ideology and to being right. You're so used to fighting people all the time that you're not looking at anything objectively anymore.
I lost my fucking health insurance. So, yes. Yeah. Lost my health insurance, and which everyone wants to comment because I made like a donut goal for my stupid fucking arm.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, so not only did this bullshit affect me financially, it's affected my career, it's affected my viewership, it's affected me mentally, it's affected me physically.
How?
But all that goes to say I'm fine. You know what I mean?
It seems like not.
All that to say, I'm fine. Circling back to the initial point, it's the fact that, like, a lot of the people that don't like me, I don't think about them.
I see that.
Like, I was thinking about this today. I have a life offline.
Good for you.
I don't go online anymore. Like, I've created such good boundaries within myself with the internet.
You had to do that because of how toxic you were. You should keep that in mind.
Like, I don't care about the internet. I don't care about what's happening on the internet.
I can see that.
I don't care. A lot of these streamers you watch, they cannot separate their online and offline personality and personas. It's
true, actually. Like, I met Frogan. She was a nice girl. Like, I don't know why she doesn't just act like that on stream. She'd be fine.
My life off the internet. A lot of these people think I think about them when I go offline.
I don't know why you can't just act like that.
When I'm online. That's the reality of the fact.
Yeah. Anyway, so Fixer. I mean, look. Here's the thing, right? You didn't get off the internet exactly. You can tell she's lying because your lips are moving. Oh God. Yeah, that's the way I feel about it in general. The VTuber person did blackface. Wait, what is this here? I don't know what this is. This is some other bullshit. And wait a minute. I know exactly who this is. Oh boy. Yeah, I know exactly. This is another girl. This is a great example of all the people that hate you are fighting. This girl also hates me. The girl she's talking about hates me. Frogan probably doesn't like me that much. And so, it's like, okay, this is perfect, right? And because she was nice. I think that honestly, she's the kind of person that this is what I think happens with her, is that I think that she's kind of a sensitive person, and she gets into her room, she gets into her fucking, her mindset, and then she just kind of turns into a demon, really. And it sounds like kind of a weird way to say it, but I think that's kind of what happens, is that, you're isolated from people, you're getting jazzed up, you're getting people agreeing with you, and then you keep dialing things up, you go into demon mode, and then you say some stupid shit, and then people don't like you, but then you have this like weird ego thing, so you're unwilling to walk it back, and so you write yourself into a corner. Now people don't like you, nobody wants to be around you, and it's like it causes a bunch of problems. And like honestly, it's the age-old story of hubris being the downfall of man. And I think this is another example of it. You should have never acted this way. And I think that a lot of your popularity was because of your identity. And whenever that became kind of no longer popular to do, those people stopped using you because you were never anything other than a social accessory to them. And I mean that in a way that's not derogatory towards her. I think that it was unfair that she was treated that way. And the people that were doing that are opportunistic and bad actors. But they used her as a social accessory, and then they discarded her and didn't support her when, you know, again, she was not doing very well. And that was even before October 7th, right? So yeah, that's the way I feel about it.